Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a quote that's funny, sharp, and honestly, a little too real. And it comes from none other than Mark Twain. Now, Twain wasn't just some guy cracking jokes. He built his whole legacy on calling out uncomfortable truths, challenging the powerful, and exposing the nonsense that people in charge try to hide. And this quote is one of his best. Here's what he said. Politicians are like diapers. They need to be changed often and for the same reason. At first, it sounds like a joke, a clever little jab. But the more you think about it, the more it starts to hit different. Because seriously, what happens when you leave a diaper on too long? It gets messy, it starts to stink, and pretty soon it's a problem that everyone around can smell, whether they like it or not. And Mark Twain is telling us that the same exact thing happens with politicians. Leave them in power too long, and things start to rot. What started as "I'm here to help the people" slowly turns into "I'm here to help myself." So by the end of this video, you're going to understand why too much time in power can turn even good leaders into bad ones, why regular change is healthy and necessary, and how you can help keep leadership fresh, honest, and working for the people. Because if you've ever looked at the news and thought, why does it feel like nothing ever gets better? Stick around. This is going to open your eyes. Let's get into it. What does this quote really mean? Mark Twain had this gift. He could take big, serious problems and wrap them up in something that makes you laugh. But behind the punchline, there's always some real, hard truth staring back at you. So when he compares politicians to diapers, what's he really saying? If you leave the same people in charge for too long, it's going to get ugly. And here's why. Most politicians start off strong. They're full of passion. They talk about helping people. They promise change. And at first, they actually mean it. But time does things. They get comfortable. They stop listening. They start protecting their own interests over yours. And before you know it, they're no longer working for the people, just working to stay in power. And just like that diaper that's been left on way past its time, everything starts to smell. Let's break it down with some real-life examples. Example 1, the never-ending school president. Picture this. Your school holds elections every year, but somehow, the same guy, let's call him Jake, wins every single time. At first, Jake was awesome. He brought in new clubs, fixed up the cafeteria. Everyone thought, wow, finally someone who cares. But by year 4, Jake's over it. He cancels meetings. School events are boring. People suggest ideas, and he barely looks up from his phone. Why? Because Jake knows he's going to win anyway. And the school? It's stuck. Nothing's changing. Everyone's frustrated. Meanwhile, Jake's just chilling like, whatever, I'm still the president. See what happens when we don't change the diaper? Example 2, the small town makeover. Now picture a small town. Nothing new has happened there in years. The same mayor has been running things for 3 decades. The parks are a mess. Businesses are closing left and right. Young people move away because why stay? But then someone new steps up, a woman named Sarah. She's got ideas. She's got energy. She actually listens. And when she wins, she brings back community events, works with local businesses to create jobs, cleans up the parks. And the town? It finally feels alive again. All because someone said, this diaper has got to go. Now look, this isn't about saying all politicians are bad. There are plenty who start off doing great work. But here's the truth. Even good people, if they stay in power too long, lose their edge. They stop hearing what regular people need. They get cozy with power. They focus more on keeping control than making change. And that's why fresh leadership is so important. Change keeps leaders on their toes. Change brings in new ideas. Change reminds everyone that power doesn't belong to the few at the top. It belongs to all of us. It's not about chaos. It's about keeping the system healthy, honest, and moving forward. All right, so how do we keep things fresh? How do we make sure our leaders stay focused on what actually matters? Here's how. 1. Stay informed. Don't just vote and forget about it. Pay attention. What are your leaders actually doing? Are they keeping their promises or just coasting? Knowledge is power, and ignoring it, that's how the stink starts. 2. Speak up. Your voice, it matters. Leaders work for you. So when you see something off, say something. Write that email. Show up to that meeting. Start the conversation. Change starts when regular people refuse to stay quiet. 3. Support new voices. Encourage people with fresh ideas. Maybe it's a neighbor, a friend, or maybe it's you. New voices lead to new solutions. Don't be afraid to shake things up. 4. Show up and vote. This is the big one. Nothing changes if you don't show up. Bad leadership sticks around when good people stay home. So make your voice count every single time. What's the big lesson from Mark Twain's clever little quote? Power is only good when it serves the people. Leadership works best when it stays fresh. And if we don't change the diaper, well, we all know how that ends. Now I want to hear from you. Where do you think change is needed most right now? In your community? Your country? Maybe even in your own daily life? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And hey, if this video gave you a new way of looking at things, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who might need to hear it. Thanks so much for watching. And remember, change the diaper, change the leadership, keep things fresh. See you in the next one.